Boop boop. Hello.
Let's go.
Let's
Hello.
go.
Hello.
Hey, so thank you for the raid. I was subscribed for 25 months. I feel they subscribed for 27 months. Hot damn. How
Hi,
you all
guys.
doing? Have you had a good stream, Hazo?
Oh, what a cute little emote. That's very cute. Okay, hello everyone. I hope you've had a good week. Let's get talking about D&D. As you guys know, we tend to start off with a little prompt, or two prompts. I feel like maybe one prompt would mean that we go through our list slightly slower, but also I like having two prompts. We get some good chat coming out of them, and then if one of them's shit, then it doesn't matter. Quantity over quality. So the ones that we're going to be talking about today are, I've forgotten, if your character dies, how would you like them to be remembered? And the other one, which is, what does your character do to relax? And I'm going to forget those again in a minute.
Excellent.
But whilst our players think about that, hopefully they've been thinking about it already because we've discussed this already, but fine, we'll go on. We're going to do a little recap of what happened last time. Last time on Housebound Adventuring, we had a combat, a big old chunky combat. We had some spooky lightning demony boys who had appeared out of nowhere, along with thunder and lightning that was actually quite targeted and painful for several of us. That had kind of shown up and had been attacking Margaret Stevens, poor old Margaret Stevens, who is on her way back to Immersea, where she lives. She was on the road from Huelun, and you were a couple of hours out of a little town or little village called Hilp. Regardless, she was being attacked, and you guys stepped in to have these translucent demons attack you. You could only see them under very special circumstances, if you had a spell or something that was illuminating them, or when the thunder struck, you could see their outlines as the kind of electricity kind of rippled over their skin. Regardless, you managed to kick their ass, especially with Nerly casting down this massive radiant light spell that just cooked tons of them, popping them like little balloons. It was pretty bonkers. I had a bit of a think about that spell, and I guess it makes a lot of sense for it to, like, it had like a 40-foot radius or something. It was huge.
It was a 30-foot radius, so 60-foot
radius.
diameter. It was a 4th level spell too, and it's concentration.
Spell, concentration, and you can't move it. So
Yeah.
I was comparing it to like moonbeam or moonlight or something like this. Like
moonbeam.
Like you can move it around.
Yeah.
But yes, so you popped a lot of guys there. We had it was a rough game, but we also had a really cool moment where Randall popped open an ink vial and sprayed it over some of the guys who were directly in front of him so he could see them still and remove that disadvantage. We had a lot of our players stabbing blindly on tiles because these guys were invisible. They didn't really know where they were. It was a fun time for all, mostly me. Regardless, we didn't really have anyone actually go down. Randall got close once. Very close.
Very close. The closest,
apart
in
from
fact.
The closest you can get. But we then moved on to after a post Lightning Devil world, where we chatted to Margaret Stevens a little bit and learned a bit more about her as an NPC. She is a little old lady who is also a badass tattoo artist who is covered from head to toe in tattoos. Many of them you could see were in her own cutesy style, mostly to do with like doilies and little mushrooms that she liked. But throughout the cracks and crevices of her own tattoos, you could see that other people had filled it in with artwork of their own style. She described to you the fact that she has gone over most of Cormier and done visiting sessions where she will go to a different tattoo artist's studio and then they will tattoo her and she'll get business there, etc. We also discovered that she is a fan of Oro's. Thanks to Canuck's suggestion in chat, we realized that whilst she was in Walloon, she actually got to see Oro perform one time and enjoyed it so much that she got a tattoo of Oro, which is not quite accurate to real life, in quotation there, but very similar, and actually decided that she didn't want to know too much about Oro because that would ruin the allure, the mystery of her as a character. You don't want to know too much. So instead, she said that she would quite happily tattoo Oro for free. It would be her pleasure when you get back to Immerse, as you've decided to tag along. She also knows the family that live at Hilp, so she said, I'm going to stop over there overnight if you're happy with that, and then I'll take you over to Immerse on my carriage tomorrow. You guys seemed pretty content with that. Got on over to Hilp. Hilp is a spire, an extremely sheer kind of jutting outcrop of rock that just shoots into the sky about, what was it, 0.5 of a mile. And you can see that at the very, very tip, the clouds, the storm clouds, seem to almost be coming from this particular area. Once you got up the crate lift in the pouring torrential rain and the howling winds, you found a small settlement of about 5 buildings, some of which were houses, one of which was a general store / kind of merchandise shop that seemed to be selling something called Mist Elixir. You also saw a giant mill that appears to be churning these clouds in and out, processing them for something. But whilst you there, you met Percival Cadis, whose face you recognized from a poster inside the store. This handsome gentleman with long black hair and a strong jawline seems to have recognized Margaret Stevens, and you had a nice little chat as he passed you some towels to dry yourself off. And that's where we ended our session. You guys have arrived at Hilp and met some of the locals. Okay, so we will go on and we'll do our prompts. And before we properly start, please, whilst we're doing our prompts, let us know if our audio levels are okay. Okay.
I think it's already been said that our audio levels are okay, but I'm gonna speak over just in case that mine are loud. I don't want to be loud. I would like to be on the same level or quieter. Quieter is slightly preferred. So please let me know.
Okay. So, anyone want to volunteer to do the prompts first? Anyone got a good one that they're itching to get out?
I mean, I'll
Go
go
first. I
Yeah,
forgot they are again, but oops, sorry, go ahead. What'd you say?
No, you go, it's fine.
Just remind me.
Why? That's the problem.
I know early. I'm sure I'll have answers for them.
Okay, so this question was given to us by Canuck, fan of Canada, who's in chat there. Hi, Canuck, how you doing, buddy? And this question is, if your character dies, how would you like them to be remembered?
Nerily would like to be remembered by people who love her. That's all that matters.
No haughty aspirations? No, just the people around her. And who would? This is a toughie.
I'm getting a part 2. Okay.
I like to throw in a part 2 if something inspires me.
No.
Who would Nerily consider her loved ones?
The group right now.
Is that it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
And hold on, scrolling. Maybe not necessarily one of her loved ones, but I think the only other person that she, oh my god, hold on, this is deep lore. Danira, since she feels like she was like a saving grace to her and obviously cared enough to help her.
And we're not feeling happy about Priscilla? She's not in the core group?
I think she there is a kindness and a fondness there to her, but it's not really important to her if Priscilla remembers her, unless it's the way that she would remember her would be as someone who helped her. What would be most important would be just to have developed a family, right? And if we interacted with Priscilla more and it felt more like someone who she could become friends with, rather than who all she she kind of feels like she helped save her too, if that makes sense, rather than like, okay, we can be besties now, I guess.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
What does Nerly do to relax?
I think she's like moderately ritualistic with her relaxation time. She usually spends it like quietly. Like I don't think she's too much of like a prayer person, but she's definitely like a quiet with her thoughts, like feels close to the moon, likes to sit like quietly, like in the night and just like absorb that and feel close to it.
Is that something that she's picked up from her time at the Enclave? Am I remembering that correctly?
Yes, the Enclave.
Aha.
I think that there was a bit of that to them, but they were far, far more ritualistic than she is. I think the role that she had or the instruction that she was given essentially led her to feeling like she's always on the pursuit of what her purpose is, and that is like her connection. And so it's relaxing for her to just kind of like seek a furtherance of that relationship.
Okay, cool.
She feels safe there.
Let's move from the stream. We'll go down from Katie to Randall.
That's me.
If your character dies, how would you like them to be remembered? Or how would Randall like to be remembered?
So obviously I would like Randall to be remembered by everyone forever. It's like in the middle of their heart, exactly in the middle. Randall, I don't think he doesn't want anything like, he doesn't want like a statue or anything. But I think he would want. Well, I mean, like he doesn't.
A D&D character who doesn't want a statue of them. I know, it's crazy.
Some people might quite like statues made of them.
Some people might not have got statues made of them. No, I mean, like he probably doesn't want like a memorial or like doesn't particularly care about that. But I think he kind of secretly wants to be part of some like tapestry, like woven into some story as some part of that. And maybe that's where some of his motivation for like chasing this has come from, because he can see how he's actually involved in the story rather than just being on the outside of it and telling it, actually part of it.
That's cool. Okay, cool. What does Randall do to relax?
So I think Randall doesn't relax at all when he's writing.
Okay.
Like at all. That's like full concentration mode and like head spinning. But I think the kinds of things Randall likes to do then to relax are maybe find like a quiet spot and meditate for a little bit, or like, go out into the outside, into nature. And if the opportunity is there, swimming.
Oh, okay.
Swimming.
Okay, cool. One of our players that actually likes the water. Okay. Moving along from the stream, we now have Oro. If your character dies, how would they like to be remembered?
I think Oro would want to be remembered for always trying her best and more. In whatever situation she's in, that she did whatever she could to make whoever she needed as happy as possible in whatever it was.
Oh, that's nice.
That's
really
goals.
Sweet. That's goals, guys. You gotta try your best.
And some sick dagger flips. You're right, Adam. Two important things in life.
Okay, cool. So Oro's not, despite being part of the circus and spending so much time with her name and lights, etc., do you not think that her kind of legacy in that sense is something that she really cares that much about?
I think she always just wants to entertain people, but like as long as she's made like a difference in people's days in a positive aspect, then I think that's all she really cares about. Not the fact that...
What a good bean Oro is. We could all be a bit more like Oro.
Best of beans.
Okay, cool. So what does Oro do to relax?
Okay. I think playing fetch with Nugget and, interacting with Nugget is a great thing to relax. I think she also practices circus stuff. So doing like some backflips and just, seeing if she can still do that shit is just It's a chill thing to do. And she also writes some erotica, maybe, on the downtime. She'll relax.
Oh, really? Oh, my goodness.
Maybe.
Has she written any about any people in particular that we might recognize? NPCs?
I can't remember if I don't know whether I just said this in private or if I told people about it.
I don't think you told anyone about it.
Oro wrote a fan fiction, an erotica, about what's his name?
Garius Sariel.
The fancy boy, because it was like, obviously he deserves a erotica fan fiction about him. He's got such a fan club in the town. People will love that shit.
Freaking love that. I forgot about that or didn't know or something.
Yeah, I can't remember if I said it. But, yeah.
I love that so much. Okay, cool. Do you think I think we might have already asked this question at some point in the past, but where does Oro land on writing quality? Do you think she tries really hard to make it super good, highbrow, subtle erotica, or do you think she just kind of aims for common denominator smut?
Common denominator slut. Smut. Oops, put the words back in my mouth.
Excellent. Okay, cool.
It's probably a lot like the erotica she's read, which is
right.
Not many at the moment, but
as time goes on.
Okay,
right. Cool. Right. Haiku. If your character dies, how would you like them to be remembered? Or rather, how would Haiku like to be remembered?
They have a will, so to say. So all the items on their shell are assigned to one of the party in case they die. And that's how they would like to be remembered, in the use of the items.
Right. Okay. Are there any particular items that you've already mentally assigned to our characters?
Yes. So the Ever Ink Feather. It's just it's a quill that never runs dry. That would go to Randall, obviously.
Not Oro for the tomes and tomes of.
Please give it to Randall.
Haiku doesn't want something that mysterious being used for that filth.
Presuming Randall doesn't also just write this on the down low.
Yeah, right. Making a lot of assumptions here. Let's not forget that Randall recently procured.
Randall's a dark secret.
Okay, and how does Haiku relax?
Tinkering.
Tinkering.
They love a good tinker.
Who doesn't love a good tinker?
Yeah, who doesn't?
Not this again. This happened last week.
I didn't think it was a euphemism at first, but as it went on, I started to question.
It's not a euphemism.
I'm kidding.
All right, excellent. Thank you, everyone, very much for getting involved in those. As always, I do very much enjoy our time spent on our prompts. Okay, let's get down to business to defeat the
Hunts.
Hunts.
Have prompts. What can they do?
Oh, if people have suggestions for prompts, well, we have a fancy form for that.
I literally pre-typed that at the beginning of the stream so that I could just hit enter immediately.
If you have prompts that you think might be good for people to answer for our prompt section, you can put them in that form. I would love it if you did, because prompts are really fucking hard to find. That question about how our characters would like to be remembered was provided by Canuck Fanna Canada. So once again, thank you very much, Canuck, for your suggestion. Okay. So, you guys have been tucked away in a small it's literally just a bedroom. It's standalone little hut. Whilst you're up on the peak of Hilp, you recognize that the floor is not at all stable. There is only one place where there is a pathway from A to B, and that is from the crate lift to the general store that appears to have a warehouse in the back. That is the only place where there is like a gentle slope that looks like it has been, well used. The rest of the kind of ground that you're on up here is mostly steps, jagged rocks. Some of them have been worn away more than others, where you can see that people have been stepping on them for generations. But the most intimidating building that you see here is this mill that is kind of churning away. You can see that the base of it is surrounded by kind of wisps of cloud as it is being pulled in to the wheel that is churning around. You are tucked away in this tiny hut, which has one double bed and a kind of mat on the floor that you think was probably used by an animal last. This is basically where you were put away by
Like an animal.
Percival. Like an animal, yeah. You were put away here by Percival, who essentially said, "This is the room that we let out to travelers. Unfortunately, we don't have anything more to give you. Margaret stays with the family because she's a family friend. And this is the best that we have to offer you. I'm sorry for that, but it is pouring with rain outside. You can sleep down in the campsite at the bottom of the hill, but you may drown in your sleep. So I would much prefer if you stayed up here and slept inside. It may not be comfortable, but it will be better than the rain."
We appreciate the kindness.
Very good. Well, it is late and I am tired. I am sure you are very weary from your travels as well. Margaret said you have fought many devils today, and they sound very scary. We've heard many stories about these recently, and it is troublesome, but they do not seem to harm us up here, so we just hope that they leave. Regardless, I will leave you to your sleep, unless you have any other questions or anything I can help you with.
How long have you been hearing stories about these things?
Oh, maybe the last week. That is when the storm began. It has been very busy.
So they coincided. Did anything weird happen before the storm started?
Not that I can remember. This is just a very bad storm. They happen occasionally, correct, right? I'm sure it is fine.
They don't usually last for a week.
Oh, true, but we live in an amazing world full of all sorts of mysteries. You get to just accept them and move on.
Can I insight check him?
Yep.
And I know this seems like metagaming, but Nerly's like, this shop intakes the mist, which I don't know if this is involved with the storm, and he's acting like a week-long storm like this isn't weird. And that seems weird to her.
Mm-hmm.
Hard to read, I guess.
I mean, so maybe you have doubts about the concept of a storm lasting for a week and that just being an okay thing, but you don't suspect that he's hiding anything from you.
Okay.
Well, you have no reason to ponder his legitimacy.
Yeah. More like, wow, he's not really thinking this through, is he? Okay, that's all for her then.
Okay. Anyone else want to ask anything from Percival before he moves on?
What's the mist for? Like, what's it doing?
What mist?
The thing that's like pulling all the clouds in.
Oh, the mill. Oh, this is how we make our wonderful mist elixir.
What's it do?
Do you want to buy some from the shop?
Right, what's it do?
Oh, the mist elixir is an amazing liquid that will absolutely increase anything that you have any problems with. It is, if you get what I'm saying.
No, I don't.
It makes you more virile, stronger. If you want to be like me, if you want to be like me, you drink mist elixir. You can see that as he does that, like there is just like a small, like one of the windows has just not been shuttered properly, and there's a gust of wind that comes in and just blows his hair back. And he poses for a second. Sorry, I will shut that.
Nerly has no idea Nerly has no idea what he's talking about, but when the wind blows his hair, she's like, huh.
Oro notes it down as inspiration for later books.
It is a luxury beverage that we sell for a tidy sum, moderate price.
So
But for you staying here, I give you discount.
how much is the discount?
Oh, you take what do you take, barrels or single drink? What are you looking for?
A single drink.
A single drink for you, my friend, 1 gold piece.
Huh. What would happen if I had that mist elixir? Just
You would be you would feel the energy coursing through your veins. You would be unstoppable.
okay. I'll sleep on it and I'll get back to you.
Oh, the discount runs out soon.
Can I have one? And she like pulls
course
out a
you
gold
can.
piece.
Yes, of course. I will be back with your drink shortly. Is there anything else?
I'll take one as well.
Oh, yes,
Okay,
absolutely.
fine, I will.
Yeah, go on then.
Okay. Oh, very good. You are
Can
very
we get
knowledgeable
a
people,
discount
yes.
for a bulk purchase if we get 4?
Oh, well, I'm sorry. There's only 6. If you get 6, then you can get 1 gold piece off.
I'm quite large. I'll take another.
Okay, let's just get the 6 then.
Oh, no, you are very wise. Yes, okay. We will get the 6. I will return you very
We just
shortly.
got upsold, but
He leaves and he's back in the pouring rain, just absolutely drenched. And he comes back a couple of moments later and he has a 6-pack of these bottles. And you can see that he's holding them, and there's this little kind of like handle for it. And as he comes in, this time he didn't bring his like long coat as he went out. So he's kind of like, his shirt is like unbuttoned down to here, and he's just drenched, and it's like clinging tightly to his chest. He's clearly quite buff, like he works out. He tries to take care of himself. So it's just a little bit too like tight. And he's just come back in, and his hair is just soaking wet. And it's just like he stands there and he's like, here are your beverages. And he holds them out for you. The bottles themselves look like it looks like quite a significant amount of whatever manufacturing budget they have goes into making these bottles look fancy as fuck. Basically, the glass itself is kind of has a pattern blown into it that kind of makes it look like a cloud. You can see that the labels are quite nicely made, but very simplistic. You can see that there is they have kind of like proper paper that is kind of stuck together using some kind of glue around the outside of it, and a normal bottle cap on the top. And he hands the 6-pack over to you. You will not regret this purchase. Now, if there is nothing else, I will leave you to your business.
Or is still furiously writing. Yes.
If you would like to have any more beverages in the morning, or perhaps a tour, perhaps we will be able to show you around our small home. Maybe the rain will have stopped.
Sounds lovely.
Have a good night. And he slightly bows, and he leaves.
Wow.
Wow. I want to look at these potions. I don't want to drink it. I just want to Nerly kind of feels a little bad that everybody got one now because she just wanted to see what she could tell about it.
So the glass itself is a shade of blue, like a light blue, and looking into the water, like into the liquid itself, is quite difficult to kind of see because of the tint. But it looks like the liquid actually might be white. but it's hard to really tell much about it. There are no lists of ingredients, no approvals, no nothing on the side. Like, doesn't look like the FDA have gone through it. No idea what the calories are, what the saturated sugars are like. So
it's funny to me to hear you mention the FDA. I'm like,
I was
wait,
like,
what?
I don't know what the.
That's exactly the right
Well,
department. It was just really funny. I was like caught off guard for a second. I'm gonna go over to Haiku and just kind of quietly like, can you tell if there's anything like what kind of magic is involved in this? I'm not very good at that sort of thing, but you seem to be. I'll help if I can.
I could just try one.
Oh, that's true.
Science!
That's
Science!
the easiest way to figure it out.
All the best science is done on yourself.
What if we all down them at the same time? As a pact.
Group science.
Group
Even
science.
Well, you got one for Nugget. You
Yeah.
got an extra.
Oh, yeah.
Nugget's our like parent, so he's got to drive us home if we're like too trash. to do
Somebody's
anything.
got to stay sober just to make sure we're hydrated and don't chew on our teeth or something.
Yeah, exactly. Do you
Who's
want
trying them?
I'll try some.
to? Oh, we'll...
I'm intrigued.
I'm gonna watch
intrigued.
first.
Okay, all right,
So is it Haiku and Randall?
and me.
And
Oro.
Oro? Okay.
Oro's gonna
alright.
smell it first. Does it smell of anything?
So you
Poison.
you find a way to using your blade to remove the bottle cap from the top. As you do so, there is a slight mist that kind of comes rolling out of the top. It still is chilled, which is nice. And you give it a deep whiff. And it smells like freshness. It's kind of like the sensation of like, do you ever do like a mist cleanse or something, and you just got like boiling water or very hot water, and you just kind of get the steam. It's very much like that. It doesn't have a particular fragrance beyond a very, very, very mild vanilla.
Okay. Are we all gonna down it then? Are us three gonna down it?
I'm watching you three first
Okay.
Of course we are.
Okay.
because I want to observe
about downing it.
unchanged just in case.
Sorry,
Oh.
Tom. Please describe your posh lifestyle refreshments to us once more. Are you saying that I'm posh, or that this is okay? Listen, you.
All right.
We downing him?
Yeah, I want to clink all of our bottles together in the center of it, and then down it. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Chug, chug, chug
Like,
as you do.
Definitely not downing it. Just gonna take a big swing.
Just a big
Or
swing,
downs
okay.
it.
Yeah, Haiku's downing it as well.
Yeah, this is one of those like you can tell who the drinkers are moments because there's the people who like they like clink tap and they shoot something, and then the other two people are like, this is sipping whiskey, and they like see the two people. I was that person who took the shot of the whiskey that was really expensive that you're supposed to sip on.
Oh.
So like, that's what's happening right now. You know, we're like,
Oh.
I look at Randall, I'm like, are you supposed to drink the whole thing? Is there like
Okay. Well, he has a sip. You guys chug, chug, chug. There's an odd sensation to it as you do kind of finish this beverage, or you have a big swill. You can feel that the liquid does seem to have some like small particles in it. There's a little bit of a fizz, but from all that you can tell, this is water.
God damn it.
Just tastes like water.
well, some potions don't have too much of a taste to them. Do you feel any different?
Or just stand still with her hands out. Do I feel any different?
Roll a Constitution check. Or what would be a better thing for this?
Placebo check.
Wisdom.
I was gonna say
A wisdom saving
Go for
throw?
wisdom save.
Or just a...
Sure.
A 9.
You feel different. Tell me how you feel different.
I feel like fizzy.
You feel fizzy.
I feel fizzy.
effervescent.
Yeah.
I'd like saving throws for Haiku and Randall too, please.
Wait a second when I find the right thing.
Oh,
You guys do not feel any different at all, apart from the very slight vanilla flavor. It's quite
More
nice.
hydrated.
At least the bottle looks nice.
it's beautiful.
Can keep those.
I
That's off in the
feel
shell.
more clinking sounds from Haiku.
Yeah.
Aura's just standing there, just like, I feel fizzy. But
Maybe
I
it
think it's
takes a
fine.
while to take effect, and because you're little, it happens faster.
It could be.
That's a good point. Okay.
I'm gonna stand there and wait to feel fizzy.
Just like move your body around a little bit.
Have another wisdom
Wait,
saving throw
does
from Randall,
fizzy feel
please.
like? What does fizzy feel like?
It's like pins and needles, but lighter.
You're right on the edge. You think you maybe feel something for a second, but then it kind of goes away.
Yeah, I think it might be starting. Start something. Maybe I just didn't have enough. Maybe that was the problem. I didn't have all of it.
That's true. That's true. Maybe we'll feel different in the morning. Maybe it's like a 8-hour potion. If I don't wake up buff
If it
as fuck,
lasts
I'm
for
gonna be
longer
so
than 4
disappointed.
hours. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. I couldn't help but say that. Like,
Are you all happy with your purchase of your expensive water?
Not
Yes.
really.
The experience was worth it.
Yeah. It's about the memories we've made along the way.
I think now that she's like observed it, and there seems to be kind of like mixed results, Nerly's just gonna like open hers and like sip on it throughout the evening. Just like, I don't think she's sure whether or not it actually does or doesn't do anything. She's like, well, they didn't die or whatever, so it's fine. I'll
Do you
drink
want
it.
to
Didn't die in the
make a
first 30
wisdom
seconds.
save to see? You want to do a wisdom save to see how you react?
Sure, yeah, sure.
Oh.
Yeah, no, you are not even remotely convinced that this is anything other than water. But
Yeah,
it
sip
does
on
have
it.
that slight vanilla flavor, which is quite nice.
Yeah.
There's a very slight kind of carbonation, almost. It's nice enough. But you're pretty convinced that it's just water.
I'm not gonna say anything. Just gonna
Don't want to harsh their buzz.
exactly. Just gonna let it ride. It's fine. But she like, if anyone's paying strong attention, after a couple of sips, she definitely like looks visibly disappointed, and then is just like whatever, and like goes about her evening.
Got no buzz. Very disappointed.
Everyone feels at least one gold piece lighter.
Very good. Okay. What are you going to do with your evening? You're shattered. You know, you've been traveling all day.
I'm very, very tired. I'm just gonna probably fall asleep super quickly. Like, I think she's not even gonna not even remember, but just not even have like the will to do her normal nighttime stuff. She's like gonna like wash her face and just like pass out.
You've got one double bed and a dog mat.
I'll sleep on the dog mat because my dress can't get dirty.
There you
I
go.
could probably sleep on Nugget.
I'm quite happy just to sleep on the floor. So
Nobody sleep on the bed. We'll all sleep.
I'll take the bed then.
Has a shell that they can just kind of curl up in and sleep in the shell. But okay.
People would not
But
use
is
it.
that the most comfortable thing? Like, I feel like you'd get cramped after a while, right? That's more of like a safety thing, right?
Yeah, it's more of a reaction.
Yeah.
this is where it
Something
turns out it's
I
actually
want to do.
it's like the mansion in there. Just retracted. It's just like this huge like mansion that you can walk around.
Oh
in.
my
It's like-
god. It would be turtles having like an extra dimensional space inside their shell where they
A
like
total TARDIS.
I love that idea.
So good. Okay. Well, unless there's anything else you want to do with your evening, you slump to sleep. It's actually pretty easy for the most part. Or rather, you can tell me how you react to it. But throughout the night, your little hut is buffeted by the wind and the rain, and there is not a second where you don't hear the pitter patter of precipitation on the pane of the window, which is, depending on your character, very relaxing or very frustrating as you try and sleep. You tell me, but it.
Raindrops on a tin roof kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly.
I love it.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
But you wake up in the morning and there is a tiny little bit of water that's been pooling through the door. It's not like the outside is flooded in any way. It's just that there is a puddle that has formed outside. It is very much still storming outside there.
Haiku sleeps on his front.
Yeah, it's the only place I can sleep on.
Have you took all the stuff off your back?
It's far too much effort.
Started doing it, but now it's quickly.
That's only
quickly
really
off
for
the habit.
when we're back at the mansion. Really, if we're settling down for a bit longer.
Okay.
Not worth the effort.
Do you-
Just one night.
Do you have like your limbs out like a starfish when you sleep on your front, or do you retract them in?
No, starfish. Track them in. How uncomfy would that be?
I think I kind of like wake up all disheveled, like in Frozen when Anna wakes up and she's like drooling and her hair is all like messed up, and kind of like look over at the puddle and prestidigitation it dry and just lay back down.
How did the rest of you sleep?
Fine.
Good.
Oh, I know we've already slept, but is there any chance I could have maybe dropped the hush money to make it quieter?
Oh,
Push money.
everyone's forgotten.
Yeah.
Everyone's forgotten but us. And maybe one or two people in chat, who knows? If that's something that you want to have done, we might have to ask the other players about whether or not they notice. Or whether or not they approve.
Describe what happens.
So, yeah, you know what? I mean, these guys have clearly forgotten what it does. Why don't you describe to us what you do? You're nuzzling down for sleep. You're all tucked up in this quite stuffy little room, really, this little cabin. You're all laying down in your respective beds, makeshift or otherwise, and enjoying the listening to the pitter patter of the rain on the window pane and the rooftop. And then Haiku, finding it annoying, does what?
I just get this this coin out and just flop it down. You know, like someone would usually typically press an alarm clock, slap it down. So I think as soon as it's like down, it activates. I think you have to
flip there.
It's
flip the coin, yeah.
Flipped slightly.
Okay. And what happens when the coin hits the ground?
It casts silence around it.
I vaguely remember this. Was this a very long time ago? That
Garius Sariel gave it to Haiku as a trade for the sword.
I don't think we ever knew what it did, though. I think it was a thing that was handed over, and he gave us like the idea that it would but we've never seen it in action. I don't think.
I think I might. No, you haven't seen it in action. I might have
Okay.
described how it worked at the time.
Yeah.
But you've not seen it in action.
Okay. Does that happen before we go to sleep?
Whilst you're laying there trying to sleep, listening to the rain.
How long, Haiku, do you wait until you do that?
I'll give it a good 30 minutes.
Okay, Aura's asleep.
Oh, I'm well asleep.
How about Randall? You asleep?
I think so, yeah.
Okay,
I
so
think
nobody
Nugget notices though.
Oh yeah? Oh, Nugget
Yeah.
notices?
Nugget's got excellent hearing, so Nugget would have been like, oh, it stopped.
Nugget kind of jolts awake very slightly at the drastic change in volume, and then just looks over and sees everyone else is asleep apart from Haiku, and then kind of slightly glares,
Slightly glares. Yeah.
and then just puts their head back down to sleep and just kind of
Isn't smart enough to do anything more. It's like, oh, the weather changed.
yeah. All right. Well, with the use of your hush money, you promptly fall asleep because there is no loud noise to keep you awake. You wake up in the morning and your coin is still on the ground. Nurali has woken up, prestidigitated some of the water away. Her hair is standing almost vertically, drool down her face.
Start like brushing my hair down and rebraiding it.
Well, as soon as I'm awake, I'll pick up the hush money, so it's no longer perfectly silent.
Wait, is it perfectly silent? Is it like absolute silence?
It is absolute silence, yeah.
Oh.
Can we? Horrible. Yeah, I was gonna say, is it like that horrifying silence that is like?
Yep.
Well, okay. Also means we wouldn't even be able to speak, right?
Yes, but it doesn't last for. It's not a permanent spell. It only lasts for about 10 minutes, I think, when it first goes off.
Yeah, it's not long.
It's not long.
Okay.
So it would have only basically let him get to, or let them get to sleep,
right.
And then you guys wouldn't have even noticed, really.
Okay, all right, that's fine.
Unless someone kept re-flipping it.
Nuggets.
It's only got a certain number of charges. It lasts for 30 minutes max if you use 3, and then it's gone. The coin, aka the shut the fuck up piece. Yeah, exactly. Very good.
We get all our health and our spells back.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
After everyone wakes up, Nurali's been like washed her face and is like braiding her hair and is like, so does anyone feel different today?
Do I feel different today?
Roll me another wisdom save. We're going for the placebo effect here, guys.
10.
You still have a little bit of a fizz.
Still feel a little bit fizzy, but
oh my god, look at all these fucking crits. Holy shit, what the fuck?
oh my god.
Why is this the save that I crit on?
Haiku and Randall, you're just feeling fine. It's normal day.
Don't normally get hangover anyway, so you know.
Well, it's quite
Not
a nice
an unpleasant fizz. Yeah, you're feeling a little bit energetic this morning. It's a bit like what's happened is you've woken up, in a light sleep phase. So you've just kind of woken up and you're awake immediately, rather than being like, another 30 minutes. You're just like, oh yeah, whoa,
I'm up. Let's go.
Let's get it going, guys. Woo.
Yeah. Is it still raining outside?
Torrential, yeah, absolutely non-stop.
Shit. Miles, thank you for the biddies. Hi, how you doing?
Hey, Miles.
Oh,
Was the fizzy feeling from the drink or just seeing him?
Him.
You mean
That's
Percival?
the real question.
Percival.
Him.
With a name like Percival, how can you not be?
We've never been betrayed by Percival before.
Never ever.
Not even once. Not even exactly once.
Anyone else think it's weird that it's been raining like this for a solid week here, apparently?
I think it's very weird.
And also, the lightning demons.
Yeah. And
that's not.
Didn't somebody say it was a magic storm? No, maybe not. I don't know. Yesterday
we saw
was a
that it
hard
has
day.
been moving. And it was growing.
Oh yeah.
It's getting bigger.
Seems sketchy to me.
Maybe the sky wants its clouds back. They've all been bottled up.
Oh no. Look at the unopened bottle. Oh no.
Why are there so many nat 20s in chat? Hi, Tortu.
It's because we were doing something that wasn't particularly important. That's
exactly.
Yeah.
That's what it is. I'm so mad. You have no idea. I'm like, insight check 5. Nat save on the thing I already know is nonsense. Natural 20. I'm like,
Yeah. Literally, they were placebo check rolls to see if they thought that the water they were drinking was a fancy potion.
If I believe in the potion enough, does it work?
Maybe.
in real life, yes, that's how it works for people.
But unfortunately, you got a nat 20, so... Maybe
Well,
if you got like a nat 1...
to fail a saving roll, right?
But if you got, well, I mean, it's too late now.
I think with
I don't-
placebos, it's a bit different. Because you choose to fail a saving throw because you feel something happening and you choose to allow it, right? Or like somebody's telling you. So
That sounds like a placebo to me.
fair.
Placebo effects can still have significant effects on people, even if they know it's a placebo,
No, yeah.
which is fucking bonkers.
Yeah.
Science.
brains are
Power
broken.
of belief, in the human psyche, not in like a tangible way. Anyway, are we in so much of a hurry that we can't? I don't know.
Not like in a tangible way.
Like this is not Katie's endorsement that belief. Never mind. Sorry, we're not going to go there. Does anyone? Do we think we're in such a hurry that we can't maybe, I don't know, try to figure out what's causing a lightning demon storm and maybe try to stop it before we continue on?
I don't think we're really in a worry. Moving.
Or
Moving,
is like
moving.
shaking a little bit.
Yeah.
I think we're in a worry. Oh,
Got
hurry.
fizzy tongue. It's listed as a side effect on the back.
I don't think so. I feel weird.
I mean, maybe we'll make better time if we like fix the storm so it goes away. We'll be able to travel faster.
Yeah, maybe. Oh, Miles, thank you for gifting 2 subs. That's very kind of you, Miles.
What a good egg Miles is.
Thank you, Tortu, for the D6.
I wouldn't mind having a word with Mr. Goodlooking about the elixir. I forgot the name.
Wait, what did
Are
he
you
say?
guys
Or
not
what did they
taking
say?
notes?
Percival. Percival.
Do you
Percival.
expect me to stop and take notes while you're describing that man? I'm sorry. Like I was very engrossed in my mental imagery, okay? There are limits to my capacity to like multitask, okay?
I would like to have a word with Percival about this water that you've sold us.
Damn, I didn't know you guys added me to the game. Migu, do you want an NPC named after you? DM me. We'll sort something out. I am not a good egg, Tom. I am a stupidly sexy shamrock. That's also my LonelyFans name. Hashtag not self-promo fake news.
Can't believe you're self-promoting in here. Damn it.
Right? Oh, Jesus. Self-promo deserves a spray command. Spray.
We'll just have to hide it.
There you go.
Just hide it. Push it up.
Just have to hide it behind Patreon stuff.
Hey, Evan.
You have to hide other people's promo behind shameless
Oh,
Jenny
for-
promo.
Jack. Oh, Jack. I'm sorry. Keep cock blocking your prompts.
I got front
That
block.
prop blocking.
Damn it.
Oh my god. That's funny. Hey Evan, how's it going, buddy? You having a good day? Oh man. That was a good chuckle. Whew, okay. Right, so Haiku wants to have a chat with Mr. Good Looking, aka Percival.
I would like to be
We're
there.
gonna go with you.
I will merely watch.
I will observe.
I will observe and take notes.
Ah,
Okay. So are we leaving the safety of the little hut?
Mhm.
As misleading word usage, because that's also a spell. Just the small hut. As
Tiny
you
hut
step-
is this spell, I think, is the
Well, yeah,
non-named
okay.
one.
Maybe
so
I shouldn't have used
you're
the-
good.
I shouldn't have used the word hut, is what I was saying.
Oh, I see.
But it's okay. We step outside of the small building where you were sleeping last night. It is absolutely pissing it down. Does anyone have any anti-rain spells, or are you gonna umbrella or anything?
Is it thunder and lightning? Have we
Yes.
heard?
Well, there is definitely, you can hear the distant rumbles of
Very,
thunder.
very
So
frightening.
not that distant, but they're very occasional. Like it's not as frequent as it was when you were in
Down at the
a
bottom.
combat.
Okay. Aura puts her umbrella up then.
Okay.
And
You've
yes,
not seen any lightning or heard any lightning or seen any lightning. Just seen. You can't hear lightning.
yeah, Evan, the bullet points on what's happening right now is it's raining, we slept, and there's a sexy man. That is
And those are the important plot points.
That's it,
Those
yeah.
are the story beats right there.
Yeah.
We drank
Also,
some
these
fancy
guys,
water.
yeah, they drank some of the mist elixir, and it turns out it was just water, but very fancy water. And then we did a bunch of saving throws to see if these guys got placebo potion effects from just drinking water. But unfortunately, nothing more than just Oro feeling a little bit fizzy. And
Also,
everyone wants
I'd
to
like
go
to-
and go ahead.
I'd like to point out a correction. You can hear lightning because that's what thunder is.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, well there we go. I was expecting a little bit of Adam to come in with a correction of that, but I'll take a doc's correction.
I'll take a dog's correction.
I'll take a doc's correction.
Oh, wait. Hang on.
That's any corrections mean a -1 inspiration point. Just I just can't give minus
Sorry.
inspiration to Adam, unfortunately.
Sorry, I never had one anyway, so it's fine. You can use many more as you want.
Well, it's because you used it last session. Don't forget that you did have one. Okay.
First one in
Anyway,
ages.
the more you complain, the less likely I am to give you
Shit.
one.
It's
Oh
true,
my
I've complained
God.
every week and I still haven't got one.
Oh, you've done it again.
I know.
Okay. Moving swiftly on. Are you leaving the hut? You got your brolly up?
Yeah.
You going just going for a search? Did you have any direction in particular? Anyone you're looking for, or are you?
Do we
just
know where
happily
they're?
browsing?
Oh yeah, I guess it depends. Well, Haiku's leading, so following Haiku.
Is there any inclination as to where Percival lives?
Like I said, so you've seen 2 houses so far. Neither of them have any signage or anything outside. Basically, what you're standing in is the middle of a very small enclosed hamlet. All of these buildings are quite close together. You can pretty much step outside of your hut and see the entrances of all of the other buildings. Only one of them seems to have any light coming from it. That is at ground floor level, kind of assuming that anything above ground floor is like bedrooms and stuff that you don't want to be entering. The ground floor light that you can see that is on is for the general store. That is the Mist Elixir shop, but with 2 P's and an E.
Okay,
And
we'll
the V
go
is
to
a
the
Y-E.
go to the shop and ask if they know where Percival is.
Okay. Well, you push open the door. You kind of rush over there a little bit because it's still absolutely pissing it down with rain. But it's only a few steps away, and you kind of push open the door, and it's like a ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling, a little bell that goes off. And you can see that in front of you, you have kind of rows and rows of mist elixir that has been packaged in. Some of them are 6-packs. You can see that there are big barrels as well. Some of them are individual bottles. You can see that there are even smaller, like, kegs. But it all looks like the whole room is just covered in kind of merchandise signage. But behind the till, you can see that there is Percival, stood very dry this time, not damp as you saw him before. But he's wearing a white shirt that's kind of a little bit too flowy, again, unbuttoned, a little bit short, that's like loosely flowing over and tucked into his kind of long, black, also very tight trousers. And he's stood behind the till, as it were. You can see that part of the store is a general store, as it were. It's kind of got like a couple of general food items, a couple of snacks. And
Is
like
he also in that
toilet
section?
paper.
You beat me to that joke. I was like typing in chat like the real snack, and then yeah.
There are a couple of other miscellaneous items over there. He stood behind the till. You can see there is a door behind him that looks to go into the warehouse, as it were. But there is also a double doors next to it that you can see that there are small markings next to it that looks like maybe a cart has come through here carrying something heavy. But he is stood there. Hello! Welcome to the Mist Elixir shop. Did you come for a second round? Did you like what you had?
I actually came to register a complaint, first of all.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Please, Haiku it was, correct? You
Yes.
come to here and I'm listening.
To the complaints department, he just gets out a baseball bat.
Tell me more.
Please, tell me more.
Oh, it's just water. You said it would make give us strength. Was it? Well,
I
you
said
made
it
a lot
would
of
make
hints
you-
and suggestions, but it certainly.
We make no. Those are not outlandish claims. We talk about the quality of the virility that you get from purchasing such an item. This is a very luxurious item.
I mean,
Delicious beverage.
you don't have to use such fancy terminology here. Okay, you and I both know that was water.
At what point did I tell you the ingredients for our beverage? It is a secret. These beverages are squeezed from the clouds themselves.
So it actually is just water.
This is a very luxurious item that we craft here and you can only purchase from us.
To be fair, there is a little bit of vanilla in it. The water.
Delicious.
You're not helping the situation.
But I'm just clarifying that he can't lie and say no, it's not just water if we say and vanilla, because it is just water and vanilla. Sorry, I'm not very good at this.
I'm sorry, we are not talking about the secret formula that makes up our beverage. That would be silly. I cannot give away such information. But it is delicious, no?
I mean,
Oh, you muted yourself.
you muted.
How did you mute yourself midway through sentence?
I clicked to unmute. Oh, you know what I did? I clicked to unmute and my mouse cursor was still there, and then my hand brushed my keyboard, and I think I hit the enter button, and it yeah, the enter button apparently mutes too. That's good to know, actually.
Cloud milk.
I'll just do that from now on. I guess you'll have to tell us, like, you said it was just water, but was it, like, did it taste good at least? Like, there was a little bit of vanilla, but...
that's absolute that's very subjective. You guys, unless you will tell me otherwise, enjoyed it. It is a very, essentially, relative to our experience of life, I would say that it tasted a lot like slightly vanilla flavored water. Again, there was a very, very slight kind of particality to it, if that's a word.
There wasn't
which
much to
probably
dislike,
isn't.
is what you're saying.
Yeah. It was nice enough.
It was vanilla-y water. That's not the worst water I've ever had.
I'm going to turn the lights on because I'm quite dark in this at the moment. Turns out I can reach it.
Ayo.
Who's speaking next? I lost track.
I don't know. I guess we're waiting to see where Haiku takes us.
Yeah, Haiku is complaining. What does Haiku want? Does he want a refund?
Yeah. I would like at least a partial refund because it's just water with a bit of vanilla. I don't think that's worth $1
I'm sorry, there are 8 points behind him to a big sign that says no refunds.
Well, that wasn't made clear at the time of purchase.
Oh, I'm very sorry. You seem to think that you come from a world where these kind of rules are reinforced by some kind of law that is global.
I genuinely don't know what to respond to that.
In the epilogue, Haiku is going to go on to found the first consumer protection agency in Cormyr.
But in his defense, you sold that to us whilst we were in the hut, so he didn't know that there was a sign there.
Oh, I'm sorry that your feelings are hurt.
I don't think
Is
you're
there
going to
anything
get
else that I can do for you today?
I want to know if there are any other special items other than the mist elixir. Is there anything else?
Oh, of course
Is there like
are
a
other
special sandwich?
items.
It's just a ham and cheese sandwich.
So it appears that all of the items in here are very, very targeted towards the Cloud Elixir items that they are selling. You can see that there are a couple of other merchandise items, including a hat that has Cloud Elixir on the top of it. Sorry, mist elixir on the top of it. You can see that there is a tankard there. You can flip that open. But for the most part, it's just novelty merchandise, apart from the actual drink itself.
Did you say there was a t-shirt? Am I remember a t-shirt of him? That's what I feel like I remember from last time.
So there was a poster.
A poster of him
on it.
Oh, I wanted to buy a t-shirt of him.
I mean, we can. This is a collaborative storytelling experience, Jenny. If you want a t-shirt with his face on it, sure. So so what you're getting, the gist that you're getting from your experience here is that he is the face of Cloud Elixir. Whilst he may not be the person who is responsible for it, he is the model essentially, and the salesperson for it.
This is what happens when a bard uses their powers to kill.
Is there a bobblehead of him?
Sure, there is a bobblehead. Okay. There is a bobblehead, and he's holding a bottle of Mr. Elixir.
How much for the trousers? That's a great question, Quay. How much are the trousers?
Are you asking him?
No. Now would like a signed poster of Percival. I mean, I could actually. That's not. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I want a signed poster. Yeah, I want to pick up a poster and be like, could you like sign this for me, maybe? I mean, if that's.
Oh, of course, anything for anyone who likes the merchandise. And he brings out
merchandise.
And he unscrolls and unravels a poster, and he brings it. Do you have a pen on you?
Yes.
A quill, maybe?
Yes, I do.
Because pen seems like an odd thing for me to accept.
What is pen?
I have a gel pen. It's pink, but it smells like strawberries. So.
But don't eat it.
And he writes in big, like overly cursive, fanciful writing, Percival Cadis, and he puts a big kiss at the end of it.
Does he physically kiss the thing?
Yes, he physically kisses the thing.
He puts an
X. He puts an X on it, and there's a heart on the eye of Percival. There's a heart on it, and then he puts a big X on it, and then he kisses the X. Ink comes away.
Oh, you got a bit of ink.
Oh, sorry.
It's totally fine.
No wonder it's raining. There's an awful lot of dirt.
A life-size Percival cutout. A body pillow.
A body pillow! Shit!
The ultimate merchandise.
Persipillow?
Perspillow!
You hear a ting-a-ling-a-ling-ling-ling as the door opens and closes. And there's a middle-aged half-elf gentleman that walks in. Hello. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me through, please. Oh, thank you very much. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. And kind of just like edges their way through you and walks back into the warehouse behind. Good morning, the Tailif. Did you sleep well? Oh, yes, it was fine. It was fine. Fine, thank you. Oh, very well. These are our guests that came through with Margaret. Oh, okay. Nice to meet you. Okay, bye. And they kind of just shuffle into the warehouse behind.
Do they look
that-
or like? Do they seem really shy or more like? Okay.
Yeah, they seem very shy.
Been drinking
You
enough
get-
of the elixir.
Percival says, "This was Tayleth Denier. He is one of the managers. He is a very lovely but gentle and gentle person."
Well, are you all ready to go look into the storm now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm very happy. Oh, he's clutching the poster. I'm very happy to leave, yes.
As we leave, could I accidentally knock something over?
Yes,
Big shell.
Absolutely.
Big shell.
I would just like to point out the issue with the phrasing. Can I accidentally? I would like to purposefully accidentally knock something over.
I think we all knew there were air quotes over the
I'm
accidentally.
I'm seeing what's going on here. But the issue is there's a difference between I'm going to accidentally knock something over, being that your character, oh no, this was an accident, and there is I'm going to pretend that this was an accident.
I'm gonna purposely
That's
knock
the one.
something over and make it look like an accident.
Okay, in which
You're
case I
going
would
to
like a
perform.
sleight of hand.
Or slight.
Oh, performing is quite good as well, but I think we'll go with sleight of hand for this particular one.
It doesn't involve my hands though, Tom. Just gonna put that down.
Hand
Sleight
is
of-
a
Any appendage, sleight of shell.
yeah sleight of appendage.
Now
Haiku
a
is now a
cat.
cat.
You have a +6, if anything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I wouldn't use your +6 for that. You're not going to roll high enough for this to look in any way convincing. Would you like to describe to me how this? Because I mean, I'm going to say for you, it's obvious as fuck that you are pushing this over purposefully. But you can describe to me the way in which you do it. Or I'm happy to take over. I'm happy. I can think of something.
No. As I turn around, there's like a shelf which I sort of purposely swing my shell into and knock it, and then just sort of turn around and look and go, "Whoops!" So like it's really
That's basically intimidation.
Okay.
That's why he failed the sleight of hand roll, is because he accidentally was just a little too intimidating naturally. Couldn't help it.
It's Haiku's first time doing this. All right, well.
Can we have someone roll in chat? I can't remember what's the roll command in chat.
I think it's just D20.
Yeah.
The D20 exclamation mark.
Yeah,
D20?
exclamation mark D20.
Can we have someone in chat do an exclamation mark D20 for us, please?
I think that's what it is.
Perfect. Thank you very much, Evan. So it turns out that the shelf that you pushed over just happened to be in the middle of restocking. So there were only 7 bottles on it.
Oh.
As you went to shove it, and
God.
7 bottles go tumbling to the floor, smashing everywhere. You can see that this is a very as they crash and they kind of like splinter everywhere. The large chunk of the debris kind of rolls over to this big recycling bin that says bottles are recycled here, and you can see that it's there are multiple glass bottles that are empty and able to be reused, but yours are crushed all over the floor, crumpled into nothingness. Fortunately, it was only 7 bottles, but
So
in
you
this
get a
particular
discount.
instance,
70's one more than we bought, so I feel good about that.
Percival says, "What is this?"
Sorry, it's the big shell. I'm quite clumsy.
Oh my god! Does he speak for all of you?
Oh,
Where
no.
we don't have shells.
Only I have a shell.
I don't have shell.
Yeah.
His actions speak much louder than his words.
I don't know what it's like to live with the shell, do you?
He knocked over many of our bottles. I'm going to have to ask you to pay for these.
I lean over to Haiku and I whisper, didn't he say that we don't live in a world where things like this are protected or something?
I like where you're thinking.
I'm sorry. That immediately implies that you can go into any potion shop in the world and knock over a bunch of shit and then not have to pay for things that you broke.
I mean, in a world where you
No,
can
that
just sell
doesn't imply
water to
that at
people,
all.
yeah.
It's just this particular guy. Nerly, like, she's disappointed too, but I don't think she has the wherewithal to be like feisty about this. And so she's kind of like spurring him on, I guess. I'm
surprised
him.
that you guys are this upset about the fact that they sold you fancy water.
Oh, I'm not. I was just gonna go with it.
Yeah.
But
They're not
Haiku
upset.
is.
They're just backing me up.
I support Haiku, okay? Like, I kind of thought it was going to be like not like Nerly. Okay, Daenerys warned Nerly about a few things before she left, and like snake oil salesmen are one of those things. She was giving her like very quick like life advice, right? And so when he wouldn't like a normal potion seller or magic shop sort of person is very keen on telling you exactly what things will do, because the more you know about it, the more likely you are to buy it. And sure, they might upsell it a bit, right? But they'll tell you specifically what it does. And so she warned Nerly about people who would try to take advantage of her naivety, right? And so like he fit the bill for that. And while she couldn't read him, she was like, well, you know what? Maybe I'm misreading him. I'll buy one and I'll see. And so she feels bad because she was the one who was like, oh, I'll buy one. And then everyone did. And now Haiku is upset for obvious reasons. And so she's like, I don't really know how to approach this situation, but Haiku seems to know how to handle it. And so she's just kind of like gently like supporting from behind, basically. But I'm definitely going to guidance you.
Okay. Potion seller.
Bring me your strongest I know that meme. Yay!
Yay!
Oh, no, I don't get that reference.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
That needs to be. I forgot to make a counting command for every time Jenny gets a reference in the chat. But regardless. So Haiku is how are you responding to the concept that you're going to have to pay him back for the glasses that you broke?
Well, I don't see anyone around here who's going to enforce me paying back those bottles.
What is this chaotic, evil fucking Haiku that's just come out here?
Randall steps outside.
It's
not being violent.
Yeah, it's not evil to
You
try
just
to.
got into this person's place of work and destroyed some of their goods.
I would argue that that's chaotic good, because if you see this person as someone who swindles something and you think the best way you can to like make it even for being swindled is to kind of like take some money back away from them, that's something that a chaotic good or a neutral good character could argue would be if the intent is just to make things even. Like
how many other people has this company swindled into selling them water? What about people who may like to get it on a weekly basis? That's a lot of money.
Yeah, the people who are like sick and are thinking that this is something that's helping them stay healthy or whatever, So this is just the reasoning that like a chaotic character would use. It doesn't have to be evil, because the intent isn't like I'm going to make you suffer. The intent is like you're doing something wrong and I'm going to make you pay for that. And you're not hurting anybody. You're just breaking some things.
Well, in this particular instance, he wasn't selling it as a medicine or portraying it as a medicine. It was just, this is going to make you feel cool.
Right. Well, he did say the word virile, though, and he insinuated some things. So if someone comes in and they're feeling like weak or something, and he's telling them this is going to make them feel strong and virile, then that would be like really disappointing.
So you guys don't like salespeople. That's all right.
No. Like I said,
Haiku is mid kind of confrontation with this gentleman. He's told you that you're going to have to pay for those things.
It's the altitude.
The altitude's gone through his head.
So what are you, is that what you're going to say? Is the altitude?
No. I've just repeated what he said to me about no one's going to enforce.
Oh yes, sorry, I forgot you came across as very scary. All right, forgot that thing that you said that was terrifying.
It's not said in a scary way. Okay. I may have said it in that way, which I think sounds weird. But you definitely didn't.
All we're learning right now is that Tom was very intimidated by Jack in that moment.
Very scared. Very scared. To come out the accent. What do we got? What's Randall doing?
I was about to type it. Randall has literally stood outside in the rain now. Like,
It's
I'm not
Too
involved
much,
in
too
this.
much.
Okay. Well, the elderly gentleman kind of comes back out from the middle age, I suppose, comes back out from the back of the warehouse and kind of starts to come towards you. This time, you can see that he's bringing with him a wheelbarrow that's got a couple of kegs on it. As he's kind of pulling it. Excuse me. All right. Thank you. Thanks. I'm coming through here. Thanks. Thank you. Shush. I'm coming through.
Shush.
And Percival kind of says, Taylor, they have damaged some goods and they are refusing to pay for it.
Listen, it was okay. At this point, Oro's like looking at Haiku, and Haiku's not fixing the issue. So Oro feels like she has to say something before this gets worse and blows up into something. Like this, it was just an accident. He didn't mean to knock those over. He's got a very big shell with lots of shit on it. Okay, I apologize for him. Don't mean any harm. Here's the money. Don't worry about it. Here's the money for it. We'll be on our way. Okay, we're gonna go see if we can sort out this storm shit, because this storm shit seems to be more of a serious problem. So we'll go see if we can sort that. But here's the money.
Okay.
We're going. And she's trying to talk over whatever Haiku's trying to say.
Who are you just giving the money to? Just giving it to Percival?
To Percival, yeah.
Or the other gentleman. Okay, you kind of just shove it in Percival's hands and he's thank you very much. Thank you. He seems very happy with the fact that you've paid. Then he kind of he takes the money from you and he kind of like bows a little bit as he does so, and then he like kind of waits for you guys to leave, and you can just see him looking at the mess on the floor, being like, "We have to clean that up."
When he bowed, was he facing away from me?
No, I guess you're all in front of him.
Okay, just checking. I was gonna make you describe it. That's unfortunate.
Tight buns is how I would describe it. Tight buns.
All right, we leave. Let's go.
Okay. The ding-a-ling-ling goes off as you all exit the building. In this particular case, Percival is watching Haiku very intently to make sure that the shell doesn't accidentally knock anything else over. But once again, you are out.
Last?
Me.
Tell me.
I leave last.
Okay.
Jenny.
I leave
Best
last.
thing about so I have to say that when Oro does this, Nurly is not. I almost call her Natalie. Nurly is not like legit scared, but this is the first time I think she's seen Oro kind of like take charge, and like not the first I've seen you take charge, but like in a situation like this, right? And so there's definitely a little bit of like, oh, okay, all right, let's go. And she's like pulling Haiku out before like
Serious business.
Okay. Wow.
What, Oro did not tuck the money into his trouser pocket? I put it in his back pocket, actually, just to make sure.
One coin at a time.
Here you
Paid
go.
in pennies.
Right. Well,
Oh, Miles, thank you.
74 gift sub, Miles. Holy shit, man. That is cool.
That's very kind of you.
One gold piece at a time. He's paying in pennies.
New quest for
right.
Neurally, purchase yoga pants for Percival. The TikTok ones, yeah.
I think
So
now
about
is a
the
great
storm.
time for us to have a bio break.
I am out of water.
Just dip in a cold shower.
Oh,
Oh,
kawaii.
kawaii thing.
Thanks so much for gifted 5 subs out. Oh, very kind to you.
Oh,
You're gonna have to put in more characters like Percival, obviously.
More sexy
So many
characters.
gift subs today.
Give the people what they want.
It's been a long quarantine.
we started off with Oro describing the erotica that she's written for Gary Asariel, and we've ended with
She gave us footnotes overview of it.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
wasn't
yeah.
describing
I didn't
the
describe-
erotica.
Okay, all right. Of all the things for people to latch onto. Right. We're going to have a bio break. If you're new here, our bio breaks are literally as long as it takes for us to pee or whatever and come back. So don't worry, there's not going to be a long break. We'll chat to you shortly. Okay. Back
Are there
in
leather
live.
trousers? Oh. This is very important. Oh no, Tom's left us on a cliffhanger. The most cliffhanger for us to have is whether there's leather trousers. Alright, bring it back, go stretch and get water. Because we all need it, apparently.
Oh my god, hey there.
Oh my god, hi. Have you seen the moon? It's a super moon tomorrow, so the moon's really bright.
Dude! I can see it literally from right here. It's right. Oh, fucking hell, that's cool as shit.
It's so bright. It's a super moon tomorrow. But it's really bright tonight, too. My mom
when
said
the moon's so bright that you can see like the discoloration, not the discoloration, but like the coloration of the like grey like craters and stuff. It's cool.
my mom texted me a picture of the moon. She was like, "The moon's so bright tonight," and then sent me a picture. And I can confirm.
Bro, that's fucking sick.
Have you seen the moon,
I wish I had a
Jack?
fancy camera.
Have I seen the what?
The moon. The moon's really bright tonight. It's a super moon tomorrow.
Can you tell me what direction the moon is?
That way.
My moon's that way, so
It's over there.
mine's that way.
Over there.
Yeah.
Okay, my moon's that way probably.
Oh shit. Well,
That way is a wall.
damn it.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, I can get up and have a look.
You
It's
don't have to right
cool.
now.
Kind of.
If it's something, I mean, I know that you do like space, so maybe
You know what? I'm gonna go have a look.
Alright. It's very bright.
Back in.
I would take a photo of it, but I know how shit phone cameras are. There's just no point. It's just gonna be a little ball that's too bright.
Yeah.
But it looks very cool.
It do. You turn your light off?
Yes, I switched them around. I turned on the lights that are on that side of the room and off the lights that are on this side of the room because it was making me too bright.
Oh. Oh, let's get
so
an update
cool.
of the moon. Come on,
Oh.
Jack. Give us an update. Well,
It's quite bright, isn't it?
It's quite right, yeah.
That's cool.
Docs,
Yeah,
did you see the
I like
moon?
that.
Well,
The moon's super bright tonight. It's a super moon tomorrow.
tomorrow, but
But it's really bright right now. Have a look at the moon.
Why is there still a door there?
Speaking of bright, shiny things,
my door to the outside.
is Evan still in chat? Is Evan still there?
Oh, you want to
Evan.
show off your book?
Because I do. I mean, it needs to be. Oh, I ain't got the lighting
Oh,
now.
the sun's gone. Oh, we
Got
had
the
our
lighting.
opportunity.
Right,
Oh.
can't see the-
Well, there you go. There you go. There you go.
There.
This is
There
how
we
you
are.
show off a book.
That's
No.
how you show off a book. Arm's length.
It needs like cool music to go with it. Ah, ah, ah,
Can you see the
ah,
shine?
ah, ah.
It's beautiful.
Shine I need to show off. Look at that.
It's very beautiful.
Beautiful.
Hell yeah.
Beautiful. If those of you who are not aware, Evan in chat, Maori Nerd, donated as an incentive for the last charity fundraiser that we did to rebind the player handbook for 100 schmackaroos. We were raising money for Black Girls Code, and Jack picked it up, and it was beautiful. It's beautiful. Excellent work.
You did a bloody good job on it.
Bloody good job.
Was that the Carmina Burana? You know, I don't know.
Welcome back, dogs.
I've seen the moon. It is very bright.
See?
And the sunset is very pretty.
Oh,
Oh,
oh.
I don't see any sunset.
Wait, hold on. I want to see. Wait.
The moon is
Go,
that
go,
way,
go!
The sunset is that way.
Oh,
Oh, see, I don't have to move to see the sunset.
well, I can just see the moon, like directly to the left of me.
Because you're that way. If we all point at the moon, we're all pointing at the moon at the same time.
The
There's a
sunset
point of the
is fine.
moon! Whoa!
Wait, mine's that way.
Oh.
Whoa!
Point the wrong way, Jenny.
Oh, my
Come
moon's
on.
that way.
Mine is that way.
I feel so deprived that I don't live in the UK. Oh, fool, come to us. Funk you for the shout out, fam. Love you, Evan. Funk you too.
Fuck.
Fuck.
I don't know if Evan's commissions for the books are currently open, but I know that he's been taking commissions. Correct me if I'm wrong, Evan. Maybe you aren't. But very cool. There's like a proper like custom inscription on the front with the cool symbols and
A
stuff.
variety of dye. Sorry, dice. Very nice.
They're cool.
Docs gets very upset about that, so make sure you use the right word.
I
know, there's loads of dye on it.
I've got my honey mustard and onion pretzel pieces. Delicious. Delicious.
Wow.
Die
Need to
is
finish-
the plural, right?
No.
Yeah.
Oh,
No.
dye is the
Singular?
plural.
Wait.
Yeah. Dice is...
Dice one.
Oh, I don't know.
Dice is multiple. Am I wrong? Oh no!
Singular is die. It just confused me from the short Wikipedia entry because they just split the footnote.
Just call them number shapes.
Number shape.
Yeah. Roll the number shapes, baby.
Roll the
That's
number
what
key.
we say.
I like that.
Die is singular, dice is plural. There you go. I was right. I love being right. The click, click, clack, math rocks. That's the one. Math rocks. Okay. Let's get back to business. So you step outside the store after needlessly pissing off Percival.
Not needlessly, I don't think.
We don't need him for
Listen,
anything
he
later.
upsold some relatively cheap water that is made for people who have money to spend 1 gold on a beverage.
Haiku doesn't like that.
Haiku is very upset about that, I understand. But still, you step outside into the pouring rain once again. Where do you want to go? What do you want to do? You now see that there is a building across the way, the mill, that the other gentleman, Talith, has now just closed the door to, having brought the wheelbarrow with him.
Where's the center of the storm now that we're up here and it's like daytime again? Can we like Is it like all around us, or is there like a point on the hill where it's around?
The peak of this hill is not very broad. Like,
Right.
it's too difficult really to say. What you will notice, however, is that the clouds directly above you are darker than anywhere else in the local vicinity.
Clouds. I thought you said crowds.
I apologize.
Like
The clouds.
crowds.
We didn't put a man out of business. I gave him the money back, and it wasn't all of his stock. It's fine.
Yeah, honestly, he ended up profiting even more because we ended up paying for what was broken in the end. So, how mad can you really be?
Mm-hmm.
But it was just nice of him to keep the discounted price going rather than having the full price.
Discounted price. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Randall doesn't like that.
Yeah, true.
But it's fine. You had a slight disagreement, but now you're fine. You're out in the rain. What do you want to do?
You said the clouds were darker above us. Is it central? Is it centered over the shop by any chance?
It's like, again, I said the top of this this peak is very small. This is the size of, it's 5 buildings that are dotted around. It's really like, some of them are quite what is the word? Precarious. In fact, you can see that some of the buildings are kind of kept up by some kind of scaffolding that is attached to the side of the cliff face that is keeping them up. Like they're kind of dangling off the edge almost. There is very little space up here. So the storm is darker above you, but it's pretty much impossible to pinpoint as that is. Like where it is exactly.
So is Hilp just a small place, or is most of it on the ground level?
Hilp is a very small place.
Right. I thought Hilp was like a big place.
Nope, this is tiny.
Right.
As it says, it's essentially a hamlet on top of a very pointy outcrop of rock.
I see.
Can we see, is the center of the storm over a place that we can like associate with on the ground, or is this area kind of so small that it's spread out over that, and like the center is basically the whole of the top of this?
The center is basically the whole of the top of the area you're on, yeah.
Okay. Do we see any weird machines?
There is a mill that seems to be churning in and out clouds. That seems quite odd.
Yeah. I guess we don't know how long this shop has been here, but since Margaret knew them, it's presumable that like more than a week for this entire shop to be here. Does does that building, is that attached to the shop, or?
It's adjacent to it.
Okay. Do we want to go look and see what they're doing with the clouds?
I feel like it's our best lead.
Yeah.
How big
What'd you
is
say?
the mill? I feel like it's our best lead. Like something that's wrong.
It's a sizable building. It's about the same size as the shop and the warehouses together. You can see that there is a giant wheel on the back that appears to be it seems like counterproductively attached to, or maybe not counterproductively, attached to a windmill on the front of it. So there is a windmill as well as what you assume is a mill on the inside, but there is also this water wheel-esque sort of deal that appears to be drawing the clouds in.
Right.
Whereas mostly mills you would expect it to be wind or water. In this case, it appears to be a bit of both.
All right, yeah, let's
That's
go
how they
take a
keep
look
it.
at that.
So they keep it so light and fizzy.
Well, you rock up to the front door again. All these buildings are extremely close together, and you see that there is a sign over the front that says "Staff Only."
Are there any windows?
No, there are no windows.
Is it locked?
Do you want to test?
Well, how else do you tell if it's locked?
Try to open it.
Yeah.
It does not appear to be locked.
Maybe you should knock on the door first, just in case someone's in there.
Tap.
The sound of the rain on the building is enough to drown out the sound of any gentle taps.
Oh, looks like no one's home.
knock a bit harder to try. Just see.
You gotta knock properly.
You know for a fact that Talith is in there because you saw the door close.
Oh.
I thought they came out with a wheelbarrow. Didn't they
No, I
go
thought they were
somewhere
in the
else?
other place.
No, they came from the shop warehouse into the mill with a wheelbarrow.
Should have looked at what was in the wheelbarrow. Damn it.
There were kegs in the wheelbarrow, but they
Oh, right. Okay. Boy.
you assume they were empty.
From under my hood, where it's like the rain is pouring down on us, I'm going to say, maybe we should just poke our head in and ask if they'll give us a tour.
Yeah.
Okay.
You'll recall that Percival did offer you a tour last night.
Yeah,
Before you
but
pissed
we
him
don't
off.
want to talk to him.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking. Like, we just don't have to ask Percival.
We want to tour with the people who are working the mill every day, not the pretty boy up front.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Want to get the real scoop.
I can't imagine I'll be allowed in.
It'll be
We
fine.
paid for it.
Yeah. Right, knock on the door.
Okay. Tap.
Fuck's sake.
Again, it is absolutely storming. This is probably the heaviest storm you've ever been in.
I'm just going to open the door and look in.
Okay, so you look in and you can see that the barrel has the wheel. What am I talking about? The wheelbarrow has been left, and the kegs that were on it have been unloaded. It is. There's no one here.
Oh,
You can see that on the far side of the room there is a staircase that leads upwards, but apart from it, the bottom floor of this appears to be storage.
let's go see if we can get a tour. I'm going to go in and go up the stairs.
Okay.
Horror's very nervous all of a sudden. Okay.
You're all going in?
Yeah.
I am.
Where are you leaving Nugget?
Yeah, I'll just tell Nugget to stay outside, and if Percival's on his way, maybe cough. Cough or something. Make it look casual that you're notifying me.
Okay. All right. Well, you push your way inside. Everyone closes the door behind you, and still, as you're inside, you can hear the churning of some cogs and some machinery in the floor directly above you. The rain on the outside and the wind blasting against some of the shuttered windows that are on floors above you are not deafening, but very loud. As you walk inside, you can see that there is one staircase that leads up just to your kind of right as you walk in. It's kind of facing away from you, and it kind of you walk into the room surrounded by these kegs that are filled or empty. Hard to tell without actually opening them. But at the far end of the room, on the right-hand side, walking up, going like directed behind you, is a staircase.
Going up the staircase.
All of us.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm last.
Okay, up the staircase you go. On the next floor, you can see that there is some machinery that is whirring away here. A huge cog and some giant kind of stones that are slowly turning. You can see that there is here a tube. It's like a glass tube that is kind of, it appears to have some kind of funnel that is just drawing across the center of the room, not center of the room, the side of the room rather, clouds. You can see that there is just straight up cloud directly in front of you, which is the closest you've been to clouds. That is just this very puffy, kind of wonderful intangible thing almost that is being funneled through this glass tube from one side to the other. You can see that it kind of goes into this machinery, and as it goes into this machinery, you can see that there is this kind of odd kind of phenomena around it. You can see that there does appear to have been some kind of change in it. But as it goes through the machine, you can see that there is another tube that is coming out from underneath the main machinery that is filtering water from it.
Is
Or
that
filtering
person up here?
liquid from it.
Right.
From where you are, it's difficult to tell because you've just come up the staircase and this is all that you can see. There is, like I said, a lot of noise coming from this machinery, and you can just about see a foot around the backside on the far right that you think might belong to the individual who came up here before, whose name is Talith.
Talith. I'm going to kind of like walk out where I can like clearly be seen and be like, excuse me.
Okay. Excuse me. The sounds of the rain and the machinery and the wind buffeting.
I'm like
shutters.
stage yelling. This is intended to signify that she's like literally actually trying to get his attention.
No, I'm aware. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
It's still very difficult to hear over a couple of feet. The guys around you, you've got Haiku, you've got Randall and Oro. They can all hear you just about. But at the distance of the other side of this room, even, it's almost impossible to hear. A few seconds later, after shouting again, excuse me, Talith does seem to turn around and go, ah! Ah!
Oh, I'm sorry. I was trying to yell so that you would hear me. We were. I'm really going to call on my gentleness of spirit in this moment. And be
You
like,
think that he might be actually vocalizing, but it's just too hard to hear what he's saying.
Okay.
This noise.
I'm so sorry. I just we were told we could get a tour, and this is really interesting. And I'm gonna walk a little closer and just look really gentle.
I'm gonna look gentle. I'm gonna look as gentle as I possibly
Just like
can.
soft features, very like apologetic, and like approaching not in like an intimidating way. Just kind of like making my way closer so that I, kind of like maybe even doing this so that I can hear him better.
Sure. So I know what you're going for here. I would like for you to make a persuasion check with advantage.
Yeah.
Gonna look gentle as Haiku in a water shop.
27. Thank goodness for advantage.
Oh, there we go. Whopping 27. Right, well, as you walk in and you go, hey, everything's chill, bro. Let's be friends. I'm sorry, I'm trying to hear you. I'm just approaching you as a pal. I'm here because I thought it's okay to be here, even though there's a sign on the outside that says staff only. Everything's cool, bro. And he's like, oh my goodness, I just didn't expect anyone to come up in here. That's such a shame.
I know, I'm so sorry. I don't
know what's doing. Oh my gosh, you just barely understand. He was quiet in the shop when you heard him before, and now you're very close to him, and it's very difficult to hear what he's trying to say.
Can you tell me a little bit about how this works? It's very interesting.
Oh, you can see that he's still trying to understand.
I'll kind of I'm gonna kind of like kindly pat him on the shoulder in like a reassuring way and like guidance him in hopes that like is like calming to him, because I feel like her guidance is very like encouraging feeling, and that's how it helps people.
Okay. Well, he seems to be calming down. He doesn't seem like he's gone from immediately like, oh, danger to just like, what is going on, please?
I know what it's like to come down off of an anxiety dump, though, so I'm easing the transition for him.
Okay. Well, regardless, he takes a little second to just chill out, and then he just says, again, overall the noise of all the machines and stuff is, but you just, what did you? Hello, I'm not really the one that talks to people. What could, if you want a tour, you should talk to Percival.
Did you invent this?
No, I didn't invent this. We barely know how it works, to be honest.
Oh, is it already here when you got here?
Oh, it's been here for generations, yeah.
Oh.
It's been in the Denair house for many, many years.
In the what house?
The Denier house for many, many years.
Do you say denier?
Yep.
Okay. Does anyone know how it works?
What is that staticky noise? We're getting some weird
Oh,
static.
glad it's
here.
not just
I think
me.
somebody's scrolling on a mouse.
No, I think.
Does
it's
anyone
just...
not hear the static?
Did it go
I
away?
hear it, but it also
Yeah,
lines
I
up
hear
with
it.
me scrolling the mouse.
Oh, no,
Which-
it might be Katie.
I don't hear anything, so it must be me. Hold on.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
yeah, it's going away when you mute.
Mhm.
Docs is
right.
Is it better now?
priceless.
It's fine right
Oh
now.
wait, is it better now?
It's only
I can't hear
occasionally,
anymore.
so.
Slide my
I can't
phone
hear
off
it.
the.
We'll
Wait,
let
am
you
I
know
still
if it comes
muted?
back.
No.
you're right.
No.
Okay, yeah, I accidentally set my phone down by my mic.
We'll let you know if it comes back.
Okay.
But anyway, he says to you, the best chance you got is talking to Phineas, but Phineas is old now, and Phineas doesn't like taking visitors.
Where does he live up here?
Oh, Phineas lives with us. Phineas is my granddad.
Oh. If he doesn't want to talk to us, that's fine, but is it okay if I just go and ask him if he's keen on talking about it?
I would talk to Caitlin and maybe talk to say hello to Margaret while you're there. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna leave.
Okay. Everyone else happy? You want to also just leave?
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, maybe like nudge Haiku and be like, "Have you seen anything like that? You like machines?"
Have I seen anything like that?
You could roll me a history check.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, no. This does not ring any bells. It does not look like anything you've ever seen before. I mean, you've seen the inner workings of mills before. You understand the concept, but the fact that they are in some way harnessing the power of clouds is something that you didn't, think was possible. Just because it's just never something that's ever occurred to you.
Hmm.
All right, we all leaving? We skedoodling?
Yeah.
Well, out you step. The staff-only sign slams against the wood as you close the door gently behind you. Nugget, waiting patiently, looking around, doesn't notice as you come out behind, and he just kind of like jumps and looks around and kind of relaxes after having seen that it's you guys. Was on alert, looking in all the other directions. As you are preparing to have a bit more of a rummage around, you see that there is another half-elf lady that steps out of one of the houses nearby. This person is wearing a long kind of coat and a hood that just kind of peeks outwards, so you can just about see the points of her ears. You can see she has much longer, kind of blonde hair, but it's kind of a bit messy. She's clearly kind of not making any effort to do anything with her morning hair because it's just a bit of a big puff. But you suggest that you think that might be something to do with the fact that the air is slightly electrified. As she kind of like pulls her hood a little bit tauter and makes her way across the small clearing to the other shop, which opens ding-a-ling-a-ling, closes as she steps inside. Drenched, she makes her way across the shop, and you see that she's having a small chat with Percival.
I'm gonna go knock on the door that she came out of. Not that she went into, but that she came out of.
Sure. So Hilp is a town of 5 buildings, and one of them is a cloud mill. Yes, correct.
Mm-hmm.
So you knock, knock, knock. Once again, you think about the issues of knocking on a door in a very loud storm, and there is no response.
Look around for like a doorbell of some kind.
There is not
Or
one.
like a signifier that's really loud?
Nothing there.
I'm just gonna crack open the door and be like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I don't think you can hear me.
Oh, hello?
May we come in?"
Hello? You hear Margaret.
"Oh, Margaret, is that you?"
Hello, dear. Come on in.
"Thank you." Swing the door open. I'm gonna prestidigitate us all dry as we walk in so we don't drip.
Okie dokie. You can see that she's waiting patiently. She's making tea.
"How did you sleep?"
Oh, quite well, quite well. I'm looking forward to getting our travel on. I was hoping to stay one more day. I've been wanting to speak to Phineas for some time. But if you're in a rush, we can leave midday.
Actually, it seems like the storm has been going on and these horrible monsters have been here for over a week. So I think we'd like to stay and try to figure out what's causing all of this too and maybe stop it. So hopefully that won't take more than a day.
Oh, well, I mean, I did agree to take you all the way to Innisea, so please let me know. I'm sure we can still be travel companions.
Of course. I think we kind of wanted to talk to Phineas too to see what they knew about the mill, just in case that might be like contributing to the storm. Would you mind if we came with you?
Oh, I'm making tea for Phineas right now, but I'm afraid he's not the way he used to be. He's not talking very much.
Is he not talking because he doesn't want to or because he can't?
Oh, he's an old man now. I suspect it's just age.
Maybe I could help make him feel a little better.
Well, I'm sure he would appreciate the company. Please, I'll make a little bit of extra tea. She rummages around and gets some extra cups out. And she kind of finishes pouring and decanting. And she has some little sugar cubes and little shuffles.
Very cute little tea setup. Yeah.
Has a couple of little biscuits.
Ooh.
A few small little teaspoons. There are rich tea biscuits.
I was going to ask. Thank you.
And puts them down on a table in another room. This room, you can see, is a small bedroom. There is one single bed in here, and a kind of a rocking chair that looks out just over. This is a house that kind of you imagine has actually usually quite a beautiful view, but at the moment it's just clouds and rain. And there's a rocking chair that looks out over there, but there's a desk in the corner, and you can see that it's quite a sparse chamber, really. There's not a lot of decoration. You can see that there is a small picture frame on the desk that has a photo of who you can only assume is Phineas and his partner, a much younger age. Phineas himself is sat in the rocking chair. There are no other seats, but Margaret sets the tea down on the bed, and then kind of gives each of you a cup. You can see that there is an extra biscuit on the saucer that's handed to Oro.
Oh.
Oh, hell yeah.
Clear favoritism.
Phineas, you've got some visitors. The gentleman sat in his seat kind of just turns to you and nods and looks back out the window. You can see he has a very concerned face.
The big storm, huh?
He nods again.
I hear it's been going on for over a week.
Oh, that's what Caitlin and Taylor told me as well. It's a bad storm.
Does this
But it'll clear. These things always clear up.
So you've had week-long storms here in the past? Does that often happen?
Oh no, I've never heard of a week-long storm, but
Have you, Phineas? Hi, I'm Nerly.
he turns to you and sees your gentleness, and for an instant you almost see a smile on his face, but it very quickly kind of fades, and he just kind of just shakes his head and looks out the window again. You can see he looks very concerned, borderline frightened.
Mm-hmm. We kind of thought that there was something unsettling about the storm, and we're hoping to look into it just in case there's something we can help with. And I was wondering if you knew how the mill works. I know sometimes we do things that upsets the balance of nature, and I just want to rule that out as something that might be contributing to this.
You asking Phineas?
Mm-hmm. I'm going to, as I like start to ask him, I'm going to kind of like walk over and like, you know how it looks like when a child is like sitting on the ground under someone who's like telling a story or something? She's going to kind of like kneel down on the ground and like sit on her kind of feet and like look up and like just like not like slowly, like I don't think he can hear me, but just like obviously making it so that like she's not talking too quickly, and if he's old he can like hear and things like that.
Sure. He immediately kind of becomes a little bit more animated, and he sits up in his seat and he leans forward to kind of just like properly address you. He says, This mill, it's not a mill. This is a weapon. That was a bad time to be muted.
It's a weapon?
Yes. It's a weapon.
How?
Oh, it was made to take down dragons, and we conquered it. I'm an engineer, you see. All of my family were engineers until my grandchildren. Nice. We like to make things. We repurpose things.
That sounds a lot like my friend Haiku. And I'll point over at Haiku.
I'm gonna shuffle forward.
They make things all the time. I think they made this, and I point the gauntlet.
Oh, show me.
Hi.
Oh, what is that contraption? He points to the gloves that you use for signing.
This is a. Have you heard of sign language?
No.
It's so people who can't verbally speak can communicate. Well, I can communicate with them and translate it.
That's genius.
Yeah.
And you made those?
From
scratch. Fantastic. Tell me, what else have you made?
Well,
if it was you kind of have your hand out like that, he kind of grabs your hand and tries to look a little bit closer at the mechanics of your gauntlet. Are you just going to allow him?
I'd be careful with the blue stone on top. Trying to catch that.
Oh, this is fantastic! And he kind of lifts open a flap, and you can see that he's like looking at some of the intricate inner workings. There are like cogs still spinning in there. There are like wires that are connected to one another that he's just like gently pulling out, but not he's not disassembling anything. He's just like kind of blown away. Oh, genius!
And don't press that button. It's a flamethrower.
Oh my God, yeah, it was quite. Of course it would be. Maybe you should turn this into a mill.
Well.
My goodness, well, very well. And you must be adventurers, I see.
Yeah, we are.
Oh, fascinating. Well, yes, this mill was once a weapon. It was made many, many years ago. It surprises me that we have managed to succeed in making it a mill. But I fear that my grandchildren do not understand the ways, and they put me down to crazy old man thinking, but I'm not crazy. I'm just a bit old. They're just driven by profits. They think nothing of of what became before.
Well, I mean, if you wanted to pass on your knowledge, I'd be honoured to take a tour of the inner workings of it.
Oh, you want to hear about? You can roll a persuasion check if you like.
Yeah.
Does he have advantage because I've established like a connection with this person or a rapport?
No.
Darn.
Oh dear. Oh, it's a family secret. I would be. I'm sure you understand from one engineer to another.
You said it takes down dragons, though, right? We're on our way to help the Purple Dragon Knights defeat a dragon.
Well, yes, this was once of the purple dragons. But now it makes fancy water for nobles in Sassail.
Oh, so it is just water?
Oh, it's a fancy beverage.
Okay. What about a trade? I'll go more into the inner workings of the gauntlet if you want for the inner workings of, well, not the.
Let's go for another persuasion check. Advantage this time.
Hey.
Whoa! Hey! Oh! Tell me about the inner workings, or I'll knock some more shit over.
One of those teas that you've got there. Accident happened.
Iku's just a cat.
Just picks up a rich tea biscuit and just starts crumbling it. Oh, crumbs everywhere! Oh no!
Crumble it over the bed.
Dunks it in the tea but doesn't take it out.
Chaos energy.
Shit. Well, he says, yeah, well, yes, I do. Okay. Well, basically, it was made by Kether Rickstaff and his war wizards. It was a crazed idea that they had, that they could suck dragons out of the sky, the winds under their wings, and ground them for good. That, with this weapon of theirs, they could keep the dragons immobile and use it as a way to slay them. They were, of course, effective for a time before it took some insufferable damage, and it was deemed too risky to repair. That is why it's so bizarre there is a small village up here. It was not made to be a village. This was a lonely wizard's tower, secluded. But there is some mystical magic about, and it is not entirely an engineering feat. But it has not been well maintained since I was a young boy. And in my old age, I've been unable to do the maintenance as I always have, and my grandchildren don't do it, so I worry. I worry that the magics have started to fall out, at the seams, tearing away at this old cliff.
Theoretically, could it be made more compact? Do you think?
Oh, I don't know about that. The magic that was wrought was ancient and powerful, and I would never say that anyone should cast it ever again.
Not even if they wanted to take down a dragon?
Maybe in dire circumstances. You see, someone's life was taken to power this magic.
Oh. Do you know whose?
Oh, my memory fails me. But she was sacrificed willingly so that the Purple Dragon Knights should take down some of the most dire foes.
Okay.
Do you think this storm might be happening because the repairs haven't been done?
What storm?
The horrible storm outside? It's been awful, and it seems to be summoning shadow creatures that are attacking people.
It's just a storm, I'm sure.
Well, if you're worried about the machine, then maybe Haiku could fix it if you told them what sort of maintenance you were doing.
Oh, maybe, yes.
Yeah, I'll happily take a look at it.
But I fear that without regular maintenance, it will just fall to disrepair regardless.
Well, that's the same with anything, really. Then what would the point of doing anything?
My memory fails me equals DM did not come up with a name for that person. I got a fucking name written down, you sassy shitbags. All right? Sometimes the NPCs just don't remember. It's an old man.
He is an old man.
Fucking dickheads.
Yeah, we don't really have a long-term solution for you, but we could at least help today.
I suppose going through the motions once again would be nice. You'll have to help me up the stairs, though.
Of course.
You can get on the old shell if you want to.
I can't climb you.
Well, obviously someone would lift you onto the shell and I'll take the rest of the way.
We'll help you up the stairs.
Okay. He tries to push himself out of his chair. You see that he's struggling.
I'll get up and I'll reach out and do like instead of taking like his hands and pulling, I'll grab like behind the elbows and help him up.
Okay. He kind of uses you as support. You find yourself quickly whisked away towards the front door, and then Margaret's like, no, dear, you need your coat, and he kind of, she puts a coat on. It's terribly windy and very, very wet out there, and you try and rush across the small courtyard from one place to another, but it's terribly windy, it's very difficult, and you've got an old man in your company, so you're just kind of slowly walking across, just getting absolutely fucking drenched by the torrential rain.
You can have my umbrella if you want it.
See, there you go. That's what I was kind of fishing for. Seeing if you get it. It's very cute.
I was just going to prestidigitation us all when we got to the mill, or the not mill.
But not mill.
The weapon mill.
But you do manage to open the door, despite the staff only sign.
He's staff.
And push your way back in.
I prestidigitation us all dry.
Collected an old man. Guess this quest is complete. Time to leave. I've been using my old person voice a lot recently. Can I give Tom a D6 for a saving throw against mobbing? Listen, these little DM shitheads in the chat. They're just giving me shit. But it's okay. So you push your way into the mill again, up the staircase, with the help of Oro and Nurali. Phineas makes the climb in a little while. It takes some time, but you get up there eventually. And there's in front of you the spinning and whirring of this the cogs on this machine. You can see there is another staircase tucked around the back that you didn't see before, mostly because you were busy with Talith, that you are briefly escorted up. Before that happens, you kind of there's a pause as Phineas sees the contraption whirring away, the tubes that are carrying the clouds through. And he kind of pauses and he puts his hand up against the glass and just looks very concerned. Oh, dear me. Perhaps there is something wrong with her. This is all wrong. It is not supposed to be this dark. These are supposed to be fluffy white clouds. You see that they are fluffier and whiter on this side, and over here there is that... Are these... It looks like storm clouds. Is there lightning? Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. Please, help me upstairs.
Of course.
Can Nugget fit in here? I assume Nugget can't fit in here, but just...
There is unfortunately no space for Nugget.
Damn it. Poor Nugget.
I assumed that you were going to leave Nugget on the outside once again, kind of
Yeah.
waiting patiently. Okay. Help me up the stairs, and you go to the next floor. What you see up here, after going through several layers of, those kind of like chain barricades that are placed across, like, use like heritage houses or like old buildings and stuff, and there's just like a staff only chain that's there. This has got that and a padlock on it. You kind of like, someone finds a key and unlocks it and moves it and just kind of moves it out of the way. You shuffle your way up, and you can see that there is cobweb on the chain. Like, nobody's moved this in a while. And as you get up to the top of the stairs, there's another one which also has cobwebs on, and behind that there's a door which is a little bit stiff, and it's pushed open, and you can see that whilst the other rooms throughout here have been illuminated with oil lamps or candles, this particular one, you can see that it's kind of heavy in dust and cobwebs. There are shuttered blinds that are kind of being buffered by the wind and slammed against the window, which kind of look like they are usually left open. But here, on the far side of the room, is an altar. The altar here has a small pool in the center of it, which you can see is still stained with blood. There are eldritch marking inscriptions that are around the stone that is made out of a solid piece of stone, with several kind of like urns that are stepped on, kind of resting on the side. You can see they have more inscriptions upon them. There are sigils kind of carved into the rock. But you can see that this room is very dim, very, very dark, as the lanterns have not been lit. And there is a sense of dread, almost.
What's this place?
Oh, this is where she died. You see, I have been maintaining her altar. She gave her life for the greater good. And in exchange, all she requested was that she were remembered.
Her name written anywhere on the altar?
You can have a look.
I would like to look.
Slow clap for Tom. Okay. So you step towards the altar and give me a perception check. I almost said persuasion check.
I would like a persuasion check. I'm down with that.
Perception check, please.
Oh, I don't have advantage anymore, so it was a 6.
Oh, sorry, I didn't see that. That was I saw persuasion. The P and the E threw me off.
You can definitely take the 18. I would like to use the 18.
So you you step towards the altar. At this stage, you've kind of all stepped up onto this higher ground floor, and you start kind of looking around. And you, as you're pushing just yourself over to read some of the inscriptions, unfortunately, you knock an urn. As you knock an urn, it slams into the stone and breaks. And it does so, you can see that there is a what looks like a dried heart that has tumbled out of the urn and into the pool of what was blood in the center of the altar. As you do this, there is a ripple, almost, a shockwave that comes from the urn itself that, within a fraction of a second, turns from, oh, that's bad, to, oh, shit, as there is a shockwave that reverberates from the altar. There is a figure of a female elf that rises out of the kind of the heart and the pool of blood that is mostly water, but partly this kind of translucent cloud. And she rises up, her arms either side of her open wide, and she screams as she leans forward, her hair flowing, and this kind of this darkness that you can see that kind of fills her. And as she does so, there is a giant shockwave that just ripples across your entire party. I'd like everyone to make strength saving throws.
Oh.
Can I choose to fail to protect the old man?
Yes, but let's see what else everyone else rolls as well.
Okay.
Is this an area of effect?
Yeah.
I think it's actually in dexterity.
I kind of want to use my D6. Just
go for it.
Yeah,
well, quest complete. Okay, is that on someone else or yourself?
Myself.
Okay.
So that's a
Combat
18,
D6 for the old man. Okay, so you got an 18. Okie dokie. And we've got, what's that, as an 18 on Oro?
Yeah.
Yeah? And we've got a 16 on Randall. Okay.
Yeah.
So I mean, having rolled a 7 is not fantastic, but you want to say you want to fail that purposefully to save the old man.
Yeah, basically, like, I kind of can tell that something bad is about to happen, and so I want to like turn around and kind of like grab him. And when I feel the force, I'm just gonna like turn and fall, like to the ground, but let him fall on me so that I take the brunt of that.
Okay, so what happens is, as you feel this kind of this immediate sense of, oh shit, I did a boo-boo.
Yeah.
I
goofed it. You turn away to shield this gentleman, Phineas, and you put your body in front of him. And as you do so, you feel that you get hit by the brunt of this wave. Fortunately, you being closer than anyone else also means that you have successfully taken the brunt for everyone else in the room as well, which enables everyone else to kind of solidify themselves against the shockwave. Everyone else sees this huge figure of an extremely pissed off elf lady whose hair is like kind of floating ethereally as she just screams, she bellows in anger. And this shockwave is so great, so vast, that you covering Phineas with your body and being so close as you are to this scream casts you across the entirety of the room. And as you hit the wall, you break through it. Chunks of wood and debris are cast aside as part of the wall itself just crumbles into nothingness. And you are sent flying out the window and off of the cliff.
Can Nugget help here?
Unfortunately, I'm going to call an early cliffhanger.
No, it's got it's so long. No.
It's a good job that
it feels good.
You remembered.
Oh, it feels good. Oh. Okay.
Well.
Good game, everyone.
Yeah, that.
Common is cliffhangers.
Cliff faller, true.
I mean, this is not really a cliffhanger. This is more of a cliff plummeter.
Still.
Cliff tumbler.
Still. What a good end, huh, guys?
Oh man.
God damn.
What a good end.
Well,
Yes.
Next week's prompts. What would you do if you were plummeting to your death?
I would hope that I had an action to sprout my wings. We'll see what happens though.
Oh, how terrible would it be if something countered that in some way?
Counterspell.
Unfortunately, I don't think I can counterspell that. But regardless, don't worry.
Yeah.
The space comes out of the cloud.
Perhaps
Counterspell.
Tom has. Perhaps Tom's got something up his sleeve. Who knows?
We shall see.
You have to find out next week.
Stay
Oh,
tuned.
there you go.
Housebound Adventuring. Bum, 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 bum. Right, it's been a pleasure, everyone.
Yeah. GG's.
Yeah.
I can't believe I gave you a 20 minutes cut off of just for a good cliffhanger, but I did, and I don't regret it. Well, I hope you all had a fun game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a fun one. Thanks once again to everyone who's been adding prompts.
Oh, quick, dogs. Oh, Jack.
No,
Quick.
No, I'm not even going to
Oh,
attempt.
I'm typing
Oh.
prompts. Okay. Fine.
Good on.
I gave you ages.
Right, okay. Very good. Thank you very much once again for everyone who's been giving prompts in. Today's prompts, we had one of the general ones that I've grabbed off the internet and one that was given by Canuck. So if you do want to give prompts, they do get used. We're just getting through them slowly.
Thanks, dogs.
Just spamming the chat with all sorts of stuff. If you fancy spending some money, you can do so here by supporting Jenny.
If you want cool, cute art like this, you can.
Hey, he's got the car!
Always ready.
Oh, since we got some time, no, is it you did a non-Patreon exclusive show of the world card, didn't you?
Yeah, I posted it.
Do you want to show everyone the world card?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
It's really cool. It's really, really cool.
Wait.
For those of you who like cute art and tarot cards and D&D, please hold your horses. As
Here
Jenny
she
shows
is.
this.
The world card with all the little players in the corner. And Aura's got 2 daggers. One of them's a Gucci dagger. It has the Gucci colours on and it's more sparkly. And she's wearing her waders.
Look at how cool that is. And you can see there's so much cool detail with the Ouroboros like snake. And my personal favorite part of this is the snake's tummy because it looks very soft. How cool is that though? That's so cool. Look at a little haiku chilling there in the corner.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Ouroboros is where Aura's name comes from.
See, there you are, Kawaifu.
Oh, thanks, Kanak.
Ooh.
Oh, hey, Andrew. Well, we're about to stop, so...
Yeah.
Sorry.
Awkward. Ew.
Soon.
But how cool is that? Very, very cool.
Maybe one day.
That's a lot of... Are you going to do like the major arcana? Because I feel like an entire deck is a lot.
It's going to take me a very long time if I want to do if I want to do even just the major arcana. Now my heart is broken. Shit. Sorry.
How much amazed. Jenny's going to illustrate Tom a deck of many things. I actually have a deck of many things from
Oh,
Jenny.
do you have the... Oh, from Jenny. Ooh. Oh,
It's
do you have
that I
the...
brought.
She purchased it for me. Yeah. It's the Game Tea one that they did, which is super duper cool.
Yeah.
Which will... I'm afraid of using it.
What do you mean you're afraid of me?
Because using the deck of many things is such a risky thing to do in a D&D game. Because especially if you have like a sprawling like story arc thing planned,
Yeah.
it's such a good way to fuck everything up.
Yeah, 'cause a deck of mini literally could just like give you a bunch of money, or it could delete you from existence, or it could end the entire world.
Deck of many things is basically the deck of many ways to screw up any party. Exactly. But it doesn't matter because I have a very cool collectible thing of lots of different cards. And that makes me happy. It honestly depends, and you can always make your own one too. I could always make my own one. Yeah, that's true. That's true. And
deck of some things.
well, actually, when you look it up in like the DMG and stuff, the deck of many things is you can find one that doesn't have all of the cards in it. So I mean, it's definitely a.
But I mean, it has to always have the delete the world one in it, right? Because if it didn't, someone's already deleted the world.
That's a good point.
So if you find a deck of many things with one card in it, do not pull it.
That's what's left.
What happens if I climb into a bag of holding? We actually, in our last campaign, had a character climb into a bag of holding.
It was an unpleasant experience for them.
It was fun. It was a lot of fun to DM.
10 minutes of air in a bag of holding.
Yeah, we did not roll it like that.
Oh.
We rolled it like he got trapped in there for what he perceived as about 2 weeks, surrounded by just coins and what the fuck was it? There was a little creature in there who was tormenting him at the same time. It was a lot of fun. They came out with a phobia of coins.
Oh my god, I love that.
Oh god.
It was fun. But the ones with all the cards in it usually have the good ones taken and only have the bad ones remaining. So 10 plus con modifier minutes. Oh, there you go. Someone do the maths on air inside of the bag. Turns out someone has done the maths on air inside of the bag. There's a lot of nerds in this world, Andrew.
Did they do the maths? Or did they just go, this number sounds reasonable. This stops like, everybody hide in the bag of holding and put it on a cart. Oh, we stuck in.
Exactly. Right, anyway.
All right.
GG's, everyone. I hope everyone had a fun game. Once again, if you want to spam links to promo Jenny, I support that, even though this is not my channel.
Okay. Oh, Jack did it.
Yay, Jack got his chance.
I just imagine
finally.
like you've had that waiting in chat for the next time for it to come up, so you could just hit enter really quick and be the first person.
I've got it permanently on copy and paste now.
It's got a macro. The chat window pastes it.
But thank you very much, everyone who's been chilling in chat. It's been a fun game.
Tom does
What
not have
do you
a
wanna do,
Kofi
Jenny?
account, but Tom maybe should make a Kofi account.
No, Tom doesn't need a Kofi account. No, no. There's a the DM allowance, which if you really desperately need to get rid of some money because it's burning a hole in your pocket, then you can help me pay for maps and stuff, and my Roll20 account. I've purchased a map for this encounter, which I bought from
Encounter?
Tabletops, I think. Yeah, well, turns out nearly being blasted out the side of a building does tend to start a fight.
Maybe we can talk it out.
We'll see. Maybe. So yeah, that's. I mean, if there's too much money in your pocket and you fancy helping me pay for maps and stuff, then you can do that. But I would rather that you did it by like commissioning Jenny to do stuff.
No. All right, let's go.
If you've got too
You can't
much
commission me
money-
right now. I'm not taking commissions right now anyway. Haha.
Oh no, there you go. Haha, suckers.
Keep your money.
Gotcha.
Fun fact, you can contribute and not keep your money and also not commission Jenny. Just saying. That's also an option.
That's true. Just giving money. And yeah, there you go. Don't even have to do it through. Don't even have to do it through Twitch. You can do it like straight into a bank account. Beautiful.
Not even for
Not even for
$5,000.
All right, yeah, okay, you got me there. Got me there.
Everyone has a price.
The rush
Yeah.
fee. The rush fee puts you at the front of the line.
All right. Thanks for chilling with us, everyone.
Yeah.
We'll see you next
Love you all
week.
very much. Hope you had fun. Are you raiding anyone? What are you doing?
No, we'll just
Or
end.
is there no one going? Okay.
All right.
Bye, everyone.
See you later. Bye.
Bye.